Hello, my charmed ones, and welcome back to my channel for another live CEO Power Hour. This is my monthly business planning and business coaching workshop session. This is something I do every month, the last Saturday of the month. So if you're here with me live, welcome. And if you're someone who is watching the replay, thank you so much for joining me. And I want to make sure that you get engaged and you're coming from. Whether or not you're here with me live or if you're watching the replay, I always like to learn about my community, who's here, what your business is, what you like about these classes that I do for you guys for free here on YouTube. So I can already see we have plenty of people live. So thank you guys so much for coming. Let me go ahead and just kick off with my little intro. Hello, welcome. If you are new around here, my name is Alexis. I'm also known as Miss Trenchcoat all across the internet, and I'm an online entrepreneur who helps ambitious women plan for a balanced life and online business using my CEO strategy and master plan methods. And that's something we're going to be doing today, a CEO Power Hour, which is my monthly planning session where I get clear on what I'm working on for my business and my life and make sure it's all balanced for the month ahead. And obviously, we are doing August today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Okay, so let me see the comments. Hello, welcome to Teresa. Hello, Allie. Welcome, Edie, Nicole, Anake. Welcome. I'm so glad to see all of you guys here, all of your beautiful faces. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. I know there are many of you who come to this month after month, and that was something I forgot to say earlier. I lost my train of thought. Sorry, happens to me a lot. But yes, if you are watching the replay, make sure that you mark on your calendar the last Saturday of the month at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, which is the New York time zone, the East Coast of the US. That is when I go live with these power hours. So yes, I hope to see you live in the next one. And thank you, and I hope you enjoy at least the replay today. And hello and welcome to everyone again who is here live. Ina, welcome as well. Okay, you guys, so thank you guys so much for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button and just make sure that the algorithm knows to send this video out to as many people as possible, anyone who is a business owner. And if you're not a business owner, if you're just someone who likes to do like strategic planning on a monthly basis, you are more than welcome here as well. So thank you guys so much for coming. Let's go ahead. I am really thirsty today. So you're going to see me like sipping on a Gatorade. But let me go ahead and go into the class, our CEO Power Hour class. If you've done this Power Hour before, you guys know nothing is very much new in this class today. But I will say, for those of you who are on my email list, or if people are were on my 2022 planner insert launch last week, which was another live class I just did last Saturday, you guys know that I have a special running right now. I have a promotion running right now for my productivity and planning mastermind membership. If you stick around through after this presentation, I'm going to talk about the mastermind sale because that ends today. So if anyone was interested in enrolling in the annual membership for my mastermind, it is on sale. There are some bonuses. All that ends today. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew so no one's like, oh no, I missed it. So I want to make sure it's very clear. So we'll talk about that at the end, and then I'll also open the floor for Q&A, any sort of business coaching, anything you guys need help on. I'm here to help and answer your questions. So hello, Angela says it's her first time in a live. Welcome. I'm so glad you were able to catch us. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you give this video a thumbs up and feel free to share it with anyone you guys think would find it helpful. So our CEO Power Hour. Do you guys want to do a meditation first? Let me know in the comments. Do you guys want to do a meditation before we get into the class, or do you want me to just go into the class? You guys tell me. I could do whatever you want. I'm sorry about the drinking too. Like I said, I'm just really thirsty today. I guess I need electrolytes. Do you guys want a meditation, or you just want to jump right into the class? Just waiting for a comment to come through, directing me what to do. Teresa says yes. Okay, so Teresa was the first one. Teresa gets this side. I'm coming back to my face then, okay? Just to make this easier, I'll go back to my face. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into position for our meditations. This just helps to kind of open our minds, right? And just release tension. I think that's always really important that when we are sitting down to plan, that we are like relaxed and feeling in alignment and feeling like we're feeling good, and we're more likely to make better plans that way. So we'll sit down, feet flat on the floor. I'm sitting at a desk at a chair, so I'm sitting straight up, palms facing up, and I'm resting my hands on the desk, shoulders down, back, chest a little bit puffed like a rooster, not too much. And we're going to go ahead and start a round of 3 deep intentional breaths together. And then maybe instead of doing affirmations, I can do a little bit of off the cuff, just maybe a little bit of inspiration for you guys, things to think about for your business. Okay, so we'll go ahead and breathe in through the nose. Hold it at the top for 1, 2, 3. Release with a sigh. Okay, there's the first shift we get. Let's do that 2 more times together. In through the nose. Hold. Release. You guys feeling good? I hope so. 1 more time together. In through the nose. Hold. Release. Okay. If you want to, you can continue that breathing, or you can just go into your own natural breathing. Try to keep it intentional. Try to be mindful of your breathing. Just kind of be aware that your breath is going in and out. And that's a very meditative state that'll put you in. Okay, so what do I need to tell everyone today? Okay, so I think something that I think all of us, if you are a business owner, if you're someone who is interested in starting a business and you haven't done it yet, or maybe you have no interest in business at all, I think everyone can relate to having a feeling in your life that you're not able to have the thing you want, to build the business that you want, because you're lacking some sort of resources or tools or skills. Let me know in the comments if that resonates with you. But I just want you to think about that. I even get into this mindset sometimes that I need something in order to be successful, right? I need a certain tool in order for my business to make it to the next level. I need to have a certain skill if I want to be a good businesswoman. I need to have a certain planner, or to have, a certain accessory or something in my life to make my life easier, right? So my life will move smoother, whatever it is in your life, whether or not you're a business owner. I think we all can relate to this idea that we often feel like we're ill-equipped. But the truth of the matter is that no matter what you have right now, and maybe it's true that there is something that would help you get to the next level easier. Maybe there is something out there. I'm not going to deny, I don't know every situation in the world. But I will definitely say that even though you don't have it, it is a complete lie. It's a complete falsehood that you can't be successful without it. And the mindset that I like to hold when I start feeling that way, the mindset that I try to shift into intentionally, is that I'm always being led to the next right action. And I'm always being led and guided to the resources or the tools or the information that I need. Even if I don't have something now, I'm open to being led to where I can find it, or to where I can find the solution. And so I think that belief, that mindset can be very powerful, because I do not believe that there's anything really that we're lacking in order to become successful. I think that in life and in business, in any stage that you're in, whatever you're trying to go for, there's no thing holding you back. There's no skill necessarily holding you back. You're holding yourself back. You're just projecting that onto something else. It's easy to feel like we're lacking. It's harder to really face the music and the truth, which is we have everything we need already inside of us, and we have the capability to be led to the things that we need and to the tools and the resources that we need. Just because you don't have it right now doesn't mean you're not going to get it very shortly. You just have to be open to it. And I think that when we live from and operate from a place of saying that we don't have something, that's when we don't ever get it. It's always harder to get the thing, learn the skill, put ourselves out there, whatever it is that we need to do. When we say, oh, I don't have it, I'm lacking something. But when we can accept the fact that we don't really need that specific thing, and that we're open to being led and guided at the appropriate time to the appropriate resources or information, then we open ourselves up to actually receiving the things that we need. So I want you guys to remember that and set that sort of intention as we move into August. There's nothing you don't have right now that you absolutely need. And even if there is a tool that would make your life easier or a resource, right, you're going to be led to it. Just believe that. Never think from a place of lack. Never focus on the lack. Focus on the possibility. Okay? I always want you guys to be expanding because you are always being guided, whether or not you know it and whether or not you set that intention. I believe we're always being guided, but we have to have eyes that are willing to see, right? We have to be willing to see what's in front of us and see the opportunities and seize them. Okay? So that's my intention. I hope that has resonated with you and has instilled some sort of wisdom so that you can move into the next month successfully, not being held back. You always have what you need. You always have enough. You are already enough. Move forward into August with that feeling, with that belief, and be guided to the things that you need to find the success that you desire in any area of your life. Okay? So I hope you guys like that. I would love if you are live, if you want to give me some feedback on that. You guys know I'm still really new at kind of doing these like off the cuff riffs. Sometimes I do a guided affirmation. Sometimes I actually write an intention out. I didn't have anything written today. So let me know. And if there are any topics that you guys would like me to do those sorts of like meditative riffs on in the future, let me know. I always like to know what is really impactful for you guys so I can deliver it to you. Okay? So thank you guys so much. I hope that was helpful. Now let's get into class. Okay? Thumbs up for that. Okay, CEO Power Hour. Ready, you guys? We're doing our planning. This is very chill. We're in a meditative state. We know we already have everything we need. So let's get going. Okay, so right now, first and foremost, before we really jump into the planning, I want you to ask yourself, what do you intend to get out of today's CEO Power Hour? I want you to drop me a word or a phrase or an emoji in the chat or the comments, right? So if you're watching this as a replay, I want you to tell me in the comments right now as we're getting started what you hope to get out of today's class. Something that you came to do today, something that you came to learn, something that you came to achieve or find clarity on, etc. I want to know what you intend to get out of today's class. And I will say that whenever you guys are stepping into anything that's going to be learning or instructional, or you believe it might be, it's always good to watch with an intention in mind because then you're more likely to get value out of it. Even if it's some random video you came across or a random blog post or an Instagram, if you have an intention for what you're trying to do, you always end up finding more things. It's kind of like another little secret manifestation tip of keeping yourself open to being guided and to be, shown what it is that you need. So let's see what we've got. Allie says, we're all talking, I'm getting comments now about the meditation. She said, I loved it. It was exactly what was on my mind today. The universe has my back. That is beautiful. See, that is an example of what I was talking about in that meditation in real life, which is Allie today was thinking about this feeling of lack or something that she needed or something that she felt like was an impediment to success in her life in some way. And guess what? The universe just gave her a message from my mouth, right, to her ears to help inspire her. So you are always being led. That's a beautiful, beautiful example. Thank you for sharing, Allie. Samantha said, that was great, makes total sense. If you live with a scarcity mindset, that's what you'll attract. Absolutely. You'll just I think what it is you just put a block up to receiving things. And as soon as that block comes down, you may see, oh my goodness, all the things I was waiting for were on the other side of that block I had put up for myself. So thank you, Samantha, for being here. Edie says, you're a wonderful gift to start the month. Thank you so much, Edie. Always a wonderful supporter and one of my OGs. Angela says, so helpful. I'm so glad. SH says, thank you. It was so soothing. I'm glad. I know I don't always I'm from New Jersey, so I know I can be a little bit of abrasive when I talk, but I do try to take a tone, to be a little bit more relaxing, etc. So here are some intentions we've got, which is awesome. Teresa wants to be aligned with my goals for my business. It's a beautiful intention to get into alignment with our goals. That's ultimately what we're doing today. Kiera says her mindset. So she's looking to work on her mindset through here. We'll have some things that will shift your mindset. Our meditation for sure is one, but we can absolutely talk about any obstacles, things that you're facing in your business, or maybe you need some mindset shifts along the way. Absolutely. Samantha says growth mindset. I love that you said that, because later on in this presentation, we are going to talk about growth mindset a little bit. So that is a little bit of me attracting the right people to this. This works both ways. You are attracted to the things that you need. So you guys who are here today are attracted to this class because it probably has something in it you need, some information, the process, even just carving out the time. That's one of the reasons I do this every month, is I really do want to have like a date and time that you can hold space for yourself and hold space for your planning so that you actually get it done, because a lot of people say that they struggle to actually get it done. But at the same time, I'm attracting to me the people who need what I have to say, that like help me to expand my life and expand like my work into the world and things like that. So it is a two-way street. You get something from me, I get something from you. We are in alignment. Samantha, you are in the right place today. Edie says to learn peacefulness with intention. Okay, well, that's awesome. I hope we can do that today for you. I'm sure we can. And if you have any questions in the Q&A, definitely let me know things you're struggling with. Okay, so everyone has written down what their intention is for today's Power Hour. That's beautiful. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Now, I do want to remind you guys that there is a Power Hour worksheet. There's a link in the description box to where you can download that. Now, I don't actually have mine. I didn't print mine out. I'm just going to write my stuff on notes paper in my planner today. And then I'm going to use my objective inserts to do the rest of what we're working on. So I'm actually going to really quickly move a piece of note paper up here so I've got it. Awesome. Okay, so go ahead if you need that, download the Power Hour worksheet. It just helps you follow along. You don't need it, but it is nice to have it. When I do them, I do keep them in my my backlog of inserts, and it helps me to just like see what I did last month, the previous months. It's always just like a nice little pre-planning worksheet is really what it's great for. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to talk about in our CEO Power Hour today is our wins. We're going to identify at least 5 wins that you had from the last month. So we're talking about July right now, but if you're watching this in the future, whatever month is just ending, I want you to identify 5 wins that you had, okay? These things could be like personal wins, they could be professional wins, they could be big things, they could be little things, they could be boundaries that you set, they could be tasks that you got done that were like you were really worried about. There could be some sort of success that happened. Maybe you were honored in some way, or you won something, or you were someone who stood out at work in the last month. Maybe you hit a business goal, or you finished a really important project, launched something new, started some great content, anything, even little things can be wins. And I think it's really important for us to always keep our eyes on those. So if anyone would like to share those as we go, feel free. I always think it's helpful and inspiring. And what we like to do in our Power Hours, if you're new, is we like to give snaps instead of claps. This is like a callback to my sorority days where when we had like group meetings, we used to snap instead of clapping. So I think it's like less effort, less annoying of a sound, etc. So feel free to share your wins. I'm going to go ahead and write mine down now. Do you guys want some music actually? Hold on. Let me pop some music in. So one of the things that I listed down for my wins for this month is, as you guys know, I did launch my 2022 master plan system. So that was a lot of work, not just putting together the product, but also like putting together the marketing and actually doing the launch. And so that is definitely something I'm celebrating this month. Allie said that she just had her first order on Fiverr. Awesome. That's really amazing. And she said, just here, I can put this on screen too. Just the fact that I dared to offer my services publicly was a big win, and getting an order feels so rewarding. That really is amazing, Allie, because you do find, see, when you fail to actually put yourself out there, you're not going to get the things that you want, right? So sometimes we do have to have some courage, some trust in the universe to put ourselves out there in the first place. So that's a really wonderful example. Thank you so much for sharing that. And if anyone else wants to share their wins, let us know. Let's everyone do a round of snaps for Allie. Awesome. Okay, so we'll get back to celebrating some wins. So let's move on to the next task on our CEO strategy power hour, our intentions for the month. So I like to set 3 intentions in 3 areas of my life. First are self-care intentions. So things that I intend to do to take care of myself and my wellness, mentally, physically, spiritually, etc. I like to set 3 goals for set 3 intentions for goals that I have that I'm working on right now. That might be my big picture or annual goals that I'm working on. What are some intentions? And 3 intentions for my lifestyle. So maybe the way I'm living, my life, organization, maybe habits or things that I'm trying to do to get organized and get myself together in my life. So something I like to say about intentions is intentions are like the spirit of what you're trying to do. They're not exactly what you're trying to achieve. They're like the energy that you're trying to infuse inside of an action or an activity. So for example, if I'm saying that maybe like one of my goals is, I've talked about this before, one of my goals this year is like health and wellness related. So it could be that I, one of my intentions could be to nourish my body in ways that make sense, right? So I'm give my body what it needs, essentially. So I'm not saying specifically with that I have a specific outcome, right? But I'm saying to nourish my body in the way that it needs. So if I'm craving something, it might be something that I need to keep in mind, that it might be a way that my body is telling me that I need to nourish myself, right? So it's something I need to be mindful of. It's not the goal itself. It is the energy that I'm infusing, the intention behind what we're actually trying to do, right? So these could be like a set of beliefs and just ways that you want to operate in your life. So we can set 3 intentions for each of these 3. And if anyone wants to share some intentions, feel free. Okay, so I just filled mine in, and I know that it's helpful for me to share the intention. So I'm going to go ahead and read you guys what my intentions are. So for self-care, my intentions are to rest when I need it, right? So again, that's an intention, to rest when I need rest. It's not necessarily a goal that like I'm going to make sure I rest this amount of times in a day, but it is like a philosophy that I want to live by for the month of August. So rest when I need it. Number two, add more veggies to my diet. Okay, so again, I'm not setting a goal. I'm saying I want to add more veggies to my diet, right? Add some extra green to my diet whenever I can. And slow down in the morning, right? I really need to slow down a little bit more in the morning. I think that generally speaking, I do like to like lay around in the morning. Like I don't force myself to get out of bed in the morning like immediately. But when I do, I literally hit the ground running usually with my work. So I think I need to slow down a little bit more. Um, yeah, and just let it be more relaxing in the morning. For my goals, my intentions are to remember my goals are the focus, right? So sometimes I get really focused on like the tasks. So I need to remember that the goals are actually the thing that's important, not necessarily the individual tasks. Mindset work comes first, right? So I really need to get into the habit a little bit more of working on my mindset first before I get into, working on my tasks. That has something to do with slowing down. So that kind of dovetails nicely with that. And also surround myself with people at my next level. So something that I like really truly believe in is that you are a average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I should be spending time with people who are at like the next level or where I want to be in the future, so that I get there much easier. Again, so none of these things are specific goals, right? I'm not limiting myself in any way. It's just an intention for how I want to live. And then for lifestyle, I wrote, let it be fun and easy, right? So just let things be easy. Let it be fun. You don't have to be so uptight, Alexis. Number two is find little wins, right? So I think sometimes it's it can be frustrating if you feel like you're not making progress, if you're focused on like wins being of a certain size. But if you're looking for little wins and seeing like, you know what, there's little things, those little things can add up. I don't know if you guys read Atomic Habits by James Clear. He talks about like 1% improvement is still an improvement that can add up to big results. So that's kind of the heart behind that intention. And then the third one for lifestyle is it's okay not to have it all figured out, right? So sometimes I feel like there's things that are up in the air for me. I haven't figured everything out, and it can be frustrating. I think I need to have the answers, but the truth is I really do know. If I stop in that moment and take my time, I know I don't have to have everything figured out, right? I don't have to. It's impossible for everything to be figured out, right? Like that's why I like surrender to God, spirit, the universe, and say like, look, it's okay to be led, right? Because I'm never going to have it all figured out, and it's okay. So that's something I need to remind myself. So those are my intentions. I'm going to go ahead and see if I have anyone else who left. Here we go. Stamping with Heart said, oh, yes, here we go. So self-care goal of mine, well, intention, right? So intention is to stop being so hard on myself as a mom as my son starts a new school in kindergarten. That is definitely an intention. That's not a goal, right? The goal would be, oh geez Louise. I mean, that's hard to turn that one into a goal, but the goal could be something like, maybe like spend less time with my son, like give him more independent time, right? So like make sure that my son is independent like 2 hours every day or something like that. That could be a goal. And that's a terrible example. I realize I was just trying to figure out something that might curtail into that intention. But yeah, so your self-care goal, intention is to stop being so hard on yourself. That's definitely an intention. And she said with the pandemic, it's been hard to return to life and get back to a schedule. Absolutely. And that's why one of mine is it's okay not to have it all figured out, right? It's okay. And to look for little wins, right? Because sometimes the little wins are all we have, right? So, yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for sharing, stamping with heart. Okay, if anyone else wants to share their intentions, feel free to do so. I always think it's important for people to be able to see other people's intentions because I know that there is like this fine line between what's an intention, what's a goal, right? That's an intention to me is like the spirit of what we're trying to infuse into what we're actually doing. It's like these reminders or the framework for how we want to live, how we want to operate, etc. So I hope my examples and Heart's example were helpful for you guys. Next are our monthly objectives. Okay, so for every month, I want you guys to understand this, in order to plan for a balanced life and a balanced business, right? To balance all the areas of my life out, I limit myself intentionally every month to 3 specific objectives. Now, when I do this as a business owner, I choose one objective that is for my income. So the income goal I want to hit, or something that's going to help me with building my revenue. I set one objective as something for my community, something that's going to bring new members to me, something that's going to tighten our community, something like that, right? That's another objective that I set, something I need to work on for community. And the third is a general project that I need to work on. Right, so this is usually something in my business where I maybe have something I need to work on. Like, for example, in July, one of my project was the 2022 master planners. I had to actually make them. And then my income objective, had to do with the launch of it, right? So that I could earn a certain amount of money from the launch of the inserts, right? So that's kind of like an example for you guys. So, one thing I do like to say about objectives is I like to correct myself as much as possible. A lot of times I think a lot of these terms we use feel interchangeable, but I think it's really important to keep them as delineated as possible. So when it comes to monthly objectives versus what a goal is, for me on a monthly basis, I know a lot of people say like, I have all of these goals this month. I do not believe that goals are things that you can necessarily get one and done in a short period of time. So my goals are overarching things that usually will take several months to accomplish, or throughout the year is something I need to be working on. The objectives are the individual targets, the individual little things that I will work on that will help me to achieve that goal, right? So why I think this distinction is important is because I think a lot of people put a lot of pressure on goals, and they tend to think, oh, I did this thing in order to reach this goal and it didn't work. I'm horrible. I'm a failure, etc. I'm never going to have the goal. Well, the truth is that you had this goal and there were any number of ways that you can achieve it, right? And you just chose one way that didn't work. So it's okay. That was one little project, one little objective. And guess what? It's okay for objectives to fail. That doesn't mean that your goal has to fail. So you can pick a new objective to work on and go forth in the direction of your goal. So that's why I like to keep those terms like delineated as much as possible. But I know that even in speaking, I will slip up and say goal instead of objective. But I do try to correct myself as much as possible because I want to make sure it's crystal clear for you guys. So we're going to be setting 3 monthly objectives. And if you're watching this today and you're not a business owner, feel free to choose 3 general objectives. But by limiting what I'm doing for my career and work, right, I'm able to do more things at home, right? Generally speaking, like personal things. So I have a very minimal like home load, I guess. Like most of my life is my business. But feel free, if 3 feels like a lot, 3 business objectives feels like a lot, feel free to do just 1 if you have like personal objectives that you need to do, right? So this is just the way that I focus on my business objectives. It's not the only way you have to do it, right? And so sometimes people find this structure to be helpful though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to my August inserts, and I have a page you guys may have seen. I'm just going to lift this up and let you guys see it this way because I don't have my overhead set up. I have a monthly objectives page. Now, this is a page that is available in my 2022 master planner. And what I just did was I printed it in such a way so that I could do it for my 2021 because I really love this objectives page. So on this page, I will go ahead and list my 3 objectives. And then I will break down some tasks that I know are relating to that objective, like maybe important things that I know I have to get done in order for that objective to be reached. So the second part of this as well, in this monthly objectives that I do, is identify what habit would help me reach this objective. If you can think of one habit for each of your objectives, something that you could do, work on, that would help you make it easier for you to bring that objective into fruition, identify that. So we're going to go ahead and put our heads down again. I'm going to go ahead and put some more music on for us to relax and listen to. Oh, and something else I guess I should just really quickly mention is I don't have to think about what my objectives are right now. I actually have them already broken out on pages in my CEO strategy planner. So all I have to do is go find that page in my planner. It's back here somewhere for August. Here we go. You can see here's my August objectives. I have 2 already listed. So that means that I'll be able to put my own 3rd one in if I want to. And I think I know what I'm going to do actually. Okay, so hopefully that was enough time to get started on identifying your monthly objectives and the habits that you are going to actually use to actually bring those to fruition. I'll go ahead and give you one of my examples here. My project objective for this month is I am officially going to go ahead and start writing my productivity book that I'm hoping to launch later this year. So that is an objective, is to start writing it. And I am going to be breaking that down into specifically what I want to have created this month, like where I want to be with the book. And a habit that I would like to help me reach this objective is to write daily, right? So like I'm saying Monday through Friday daily, but every day to go in and to write for a little bit on this book project. And I think that's going to get me back into the swing of actually writing, right? So that's a habit that I can instill to help me fulfill that project. So I hope that makes sense. If anyone wants to share their objectives and the habit they're working on, or if they have any questions, they know they're working on a certain project, but they're not sure what habit would help them, feel free to share, and I can give my input, and the rest of the community can as well. Okay, next. Okay, so the final thing that I like to do in a CEO Power Hour is to identify my known obstacles. So, what questions or obstacles do you need to surrender to God, Spirit, the universe? Okay, so as I kind of have insinuated throughout this class already, I do believe that we get led to the things that we need if we're open to having that situation, occur for us, right? So I think it's very natural for all of us, no matter what we're going for, if it's a business goal, a personal thing that we're working on, to face obstacles. That's completely normal, expected. There's always something in the way, right? Things don't always work out flawlessly. But if we have questions now, if there are obstacles right now that we're not sure how to deal with, right, then it's important for us to identify them and to, in a way, hand them over to, I say, God, Spirit, the universe, whatever archetype of higher power, knowledge, etc., works for you, you can use. You need to surrender that, right? Because you have to admit that there's some things that we're not going to have figured out where we need a little bit of help, right? And I find that when we go through this practice of actually intentionally saying, this is something that's a problem and I don't have a solution for it, and I'm trusting that a solution will come because I believe that there's some sort of power in the world that's going to be able to help me to figure it out, then that puts us in that mind state of not having resistance to solutions, right? Sometimes we have problems and we're constantly being served like different solutions to it, but we don't see them as solutions because we're not in the right mindset. So identifying your known obstacles, kind of saying a little prayer, setting an intention in a way, asking a question, things that you need to have figured out that right now in this moment you do not have answers for. Identify what those are, those big question marks, and switch your mindset to understanding that you are going to be led to the answers that you need, that the solutions are going to come to you, that you can just surrender that. It's not something you need to worry too much about, right? It's going to work itself out. And truthfully, I should say too, that if this isn't something Like right now, I'm writing some things out, but if you wanted to, this would be a wonderful journal prompt to actually dig into when you have a little bit more time as well. So just a little extra food for thought there. So for me, what I'm writing about right now is I know that starting my book process, I know this is so silly. Um, I still have a lot of question marks about exactly what content I'm putting in my book. This is not something that I have not ever done before. I've tried to write my book a couple of different times, and I keep writing what I feel like are several different books. And this is one of the reasons why it's been so hard for me, is that I have been having a hard time when it comes to sitting down and writing a whole book to focus on one topic. It's easy for me to build a class, right, or a course around one central topic. It's been a little bit harder for me to actually like sit down and write a book where I'm putting together all of my thoughts on like a subject, obviously like productivity and planning, but like in a way that it feels like I'm giving you the information that you need to build out a certain result, as opposed to like just throwing a whole bunch of different ideas together, right? So because it's longer form writing, and I'm more used to creating YouTube videos and blog posts and like shorter form articles, you know, it's been a challenge for me to figure that out. So one of the things I'm surrendering is, what exactly is this book going to be about? And I'm hoping that by the time I sit down to do the outline, that I will get some inspiration, that I will get clarity. And even if I start with an outline and then it gets adjusted as I start writing, I'm totally open to that, right? I'm totally open to that. I just want to feel like I'm in alignment with what I'm writing about. And that might be one of those things where I have to go back to my intention for my lifestyle number 3, which was, it's okay not to have it all figured out, right? It's okay that I do not know what my book is exactly about right now. I think it may be possible that I could write an entire book and really not realize it until the end, and then be able to, you know, figure it out then, right? So I think the big thing here is that I do need to start writing on a daily basis, getting my thoughts out and seeing how it all is put together. I have a feeling that's the way that the universe might speak to me, is through actually showing up, doing the work, and letting my own thoughts kind of guide me to piece together what I need the book to be, right? So I hope that makes sense. That's just my example. I do have it looks like some people left me some examples. Oh, so Edie says, I guess this is one of her not obstacles, one of her objectives for August is to write a lead magnet on ADHD writing. Awesome. Absolutely. That's a great project. Samantha says her obstacle is that this business will never work for me because the market is already saturated mindset. Oh my goodness, Samantha, have you never heard me go on a rant about this? The market being saturated means that you have something that people want, which means that you are very likely to be able to be successful if you position yourself as being unique, right? So more businesses doing what it is that you do is actually a good thing, because that means that there's a lot of people out there who are buying, who are investing in whatever it is that work that you're doing is. So that is a good sign. That is always an amazing sign. And here's an affirmation for you. There is more than enough business for us all. Okay? There is more than enough business for us all. So Samantha, you get to be successful in your business, in that field that you do. And every other business that does the same thing also gets to be successful. There is enough business for us all. Okay? Write that down. Use that as your affirmation every day. Very, very important. That's a great one. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so Edie says she wants to surrender digitized processes. My higher power will lead the way. Absolutely. If you feel like, I'm assuming you mean like digital processes in your business and what you're doing, maybe you're struggling with those. I know a lot of women struggle with the technical aspect of business things. But if you let go of the fact that you don't have the right tools or you don't know enough, right? What we talked about earlier, that sort of scarcity mindset around needing something in order to be successful, you surrender that and you may be led to information that will show you how you can do it easier, or you can do it more of a turnkey process where things don't have to be as digitized as maybe you thought they were, right? And you may be inspired to do things in a different way. It might not be the traditional way. It might not be the way that all the gurus for business people online tell you what to do, right? But it may still be a viable way that will work for you. Anything is possible if you open your mind to the idea that things don't have to just be done one way in business, right? So this is wonderful. I love this, Edie. Thank you so much. And Samantha says, thank you, Alexis. I do hope that helps. My affirmation for you. I do hope it helps, and I hope you have a wonderful month in business this month. Okay, so that is the basis of our CEO Power Hour. Now, I want to talk to you guys a little bit more, like I said, about the offer that I have that is expiring soon. So now that we've done our CEO Power Hour, how do you feel? How are you feeling right now with these plans in front of you, these intentions set, these objectives mapped out, these obstacles surrendered to the universe? How are you feeling? Do you feel prepared? Do you feel empowered, motivated? Are you ready to take charge and intentionally create a more balanced and profitable business right now? Let me know if this is the reality that you would like to affirm. This is where you would like to be. You could just say amen, affirmation, raise your hand in the chat, whatever you want to do. You could say, yes, I feel this, right? Even if you don't fully feel it yet, right? Open yourself up to this is how you want to feel so that you can take on your business this month, your life this month in a successful and balanced way. Okay, so are you ready for more? If you're aligned with me and my planning style and my teachings and would like to go deeper, I have an offer for you. Get inspired, organized, and accountable. The Productivity and Planning Mastermind is the ongoing support you need to get all your thoughts, plans, dreams, and ideas out of your head and onto paper so you can get down to business creating your dream life. So the Productivity and Planning Mastermind membership is a membership group that I have put together that has a lot of different elements to it, right? So in the membership, there's a private course membership site where everything is housed. I have monthly masterclasses, monthly office hours. I give you guys new monthly inserts and downloads and activities to help you stay inspired and motivated and to learn to become the best version of yourself throughout the month. And we also have a private accountability group, right, for that extra support and community aspect, because you never have to be on this personal development journey alone. And that's why it's so important for me that I put this mastermind membership together, because I do think, multiple brains are better than one. That's the purpose of a mastermind, right? So what is the mastermind? If you're confused about what the mastermind is, I know that I've had people who were a little bit unsure about how it works. So I wanted to lay out all the important details for you guys in this class today so you know whether or not you want to jump on this special enrollment offer that ends today. So what is the mastermind? It is a planning, productivity, and personal development coaching group. It's designed to help you get clear on what you want from life and give you the tools and resources to take action creating it. It's on-demand learning and accountability for the woman looking to get more from life. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure style experience where you have access to a library of resources, plus numerous new and live resources that are created each month. You can learn what you want, right, when you want. You can engage how you want, when you want. Everything is on demand to you. So this is a experience where you can be incredibly hands-on, incredibly engaged, and really in the group, or you can use it as you need it, right? It can be a subscription group where you use what you need when you need it. You have something to come back to and resources that you can always look to and ready-made things like ready and delivered to you, right? So what's included in your membership? First of all, the main part of the mastermind membership is the Productivity Mastermind foundational course. I have a 12-module course that's the basis of this membership that teaches you everything from goal setting, prioritization, to how I actually plan in my planner, to, mastering your habits and routines and, creating that growth mindset that was mentioned earlier, right? So all of these things are inside of this foundational productivity and planning course that you get access to as a member. And you can no longer buy this course one-off. It's only available to members of my mastermind. You also get, as a member, monthly masterclass trainings. So every month, I host a new masterclass training that is on a specific productivity, planning, personal development topic. And it's basically like me serving you like the latest and greatest information and philosophy and resources and strategies, right? Without you having to dig around and do the research and do the work yourself, right? I read a lot of books, I look into a lot of research, and I put a lot of it together into easy to digest and understand classes and trainings so that you can put the latest and greatest information to use in your own life immediately. Now, you get the masterclass trainings that are new for as long as you're a member, the monthly classes, plus you get the whole resource library as well of the ones I've already created. We also have a monthly office hours Q&A call. So later in the month, we always have like a follow-up call. I call it my office hours call, where people can come to me with questions and I answer them, right? We just have a free-for-all office hour, right? We have an hour. We can just talk about anything you guys want. And again, you guys have those replays if you're unable to make it live. And I keep the whole library of past office hours calls available to you as well. You also get monthly workbooks that include things like journaling prompts, affirmations, and activities that relate to the topic of that month's masterclass. I also create new planner inserts for you guys every month, and there's a whole library of planner inserts for you to dig into from all the previous months. You also get daily accountability inside of our private Slack community. We have a Slack channel. I think some of you guys might know this. It's a program that a lot of teams use. Some people use Discord. I prefer Slack. But if you know what Discord is, you pretty much know what Slack is. It's in my alternate to having a Facebook group. I don't like Facebook. I don't like doing Facebook groups. So I have a private Slack instead. And that's where we can all go to chat and do our accountability. And that's where we kind of do more like coaching style things. Plus, as I kind of mentioned throughout this little slide, you get all the past classes, all the call recordings, all the workbooks, all the inserts, everything I've ever created for this membership since it started last October, you guys have access to for as long as you're a member. Okay, so I just want to show you guys an example. This is the 2021 masterclass schedule. So obviously we've already gone through to July, and we have August's class actually is on Saturday, right? So next Saturday is actually our August masterclass. So this is what we've done so far this year. We did a vision board party, functional planning. We did a manifestation class, an energy management class, Know Thyself, which was the productivity assessment. My astrological insights class. We did a mid-year refresh and review. We're going to do the breaking through limiting beliefs class, like I said, next Saturday. September is all about strategic planning systems. October is about money magic and manifesting money. November is the attitude of gratitude. And December, we will do our New Year's goal setting. So you get instant access to all of the replays of all the ones we've already done. And you will get access to join the live Zooms for each class when you're a member. The master classes are, like I said, are the first Saturday of the month at 2 p.m. Eastern. All classes are recorded and uploaded for replay access immediately. And in the fall, when fall comes up, the members in the mastermind are going to be able to actually help me build out what our 2022 class schedule is. So I'm going to give you guys input on what we're going to do for next year as well, because I want to make sure that I'm creating classes that are of interest to you. Okay, so what happens inside the Slack community? I know a lot of people have asked me about that. So this is a nice overview of what happens in Slack. Each day, Monday through Friday, I post accountability into the group. So I do accountability group check-ins, objective setting, we do mindset, affirmations and journaling, we do gratitude, we do overcoming obstacles, and we talk about self-care, right? So those are the, posts that I put into the group every day of the week, right? Monday through Friday. I also add extra content and other posts sporadically throughout the month. So we have a CEO happy hour group inside of Slack, which is for business chat topics. And I just this morning posted something into that group. We do book club, right? So I post a summary of our book club selection into the Slack group as well. We do monthly challenges. We don't do them every month anymore because it was becoming a little bit cumbersome, but about every other month we do a monthly challenge around some theme just to help us to kind of, get into that spirit of motivation and competitiveness and push ourselves to, achieve something new, do something new, establish a new habit, etc. And I also post recipes and other sorts of inspo as well inside of the group, on a weekly basis. Also, members post their own content and questions. So this isn't one of those groups where like I'm the only one posting things. We have other members as well that will post their own content. A lot of people will post questions or post other content that they want feedback on or something they're struggling with or even their wins and their successes, right? So myself and the members of the group will answer questions for each other. We'll provide additional insight, encouragement, motivation, and support. So that is like an overview of what happens just inside the Slack community. And like I said, there's no obligation that you have to be in there every day and doing things, but you have an option to go in there every day and do something to help keep you motivated and inspired to, be living your best life, achieve your goals, be more productive, etc. Right? It's an option for you. It's not a requirement. Now, how does the mastermind work? How does this whole thing work? Okay, so from the moment you enroll, you'll have access to everything inside the membership. I can't stress this enough. Everything I've created so far, you get access to immediately. I don't drip content. I don't make you wait for things. I don't wait until you've paid a certain amount of money to me in order to give you things. I give it to you as soon as you enroll. And then all of the new content that I create for as long as you're a member, you will also get. So you'll get everything in the backlog, everything in the resource library, and then you get everything new and invited to the live streams and things like that for everything for as long as you are a member. This isn't like a time-sensitive coaching package, right? So each month I create more resources and I'm inside of the group doing chats every day, doing accountability and answering your questions. I check on the group every single day, even though I only commit to posting Monday through Friday, right? Like I said, today was Saturday. I posted in the group today, right? I'm adding things into the group. So this isn't something where when you enroll, you're going to wait until the future and start. You start right now. And for as long as you pay for your membership, that's how long you have access to. So for this promotion we're doing, it is a deal on the annual membership option. So you will be paying for a full year in the membership and you'll be able to be a member for the full year. And at the end of that year, if you want to renew, you can get another year, etc. This is something I'm doing ongoing. So the way that I think about this Mastermind and everything is that personal development, it isn't a limited time experience. It's something that we do ongoing throughout our lives. And the Mastermind lets us develop ourselves together in a safe space with easy to understand content, ready-made resources, and accountability that helps make the process so much easier. So if you're someone who's like me, who is committed to a personal development journey, either because you're a business owner and you understand the basic premise that your business and your life will expand as you expand as well, or if you're just like a stay-at-home mom or a retiree, and I don't mean just because we know that that is one of the hardest jobs in the world, but if you're a stay-at-home mom, or you are someone who has retired and you're still someone like your life isn't over, you have so much to do and give to this world, you are on a personal development journey, and this mastermind was created with you in mind. So why would you want to join this mastermind? First of all, why would you want to join a mastermind in general? And why would you want to specifically join mine where I know there are other ones out there, right? So these are some things for you to consider, right? You will join this mastermind because you're on a personal development journey, which is what actually led you to me and my content to begin with. So like I kind of mentioned earlier, I believe that you guys are being attracted to me because there's something that you have to learn from me, right? So that is one reason why you might actually, if you resonate with my content, if you like what I do, my style, etc., if you get value from these things that we do, then you're going to get even more value when you invest in an experience like this. So you have a growth mindset and enjoy educational content meant to improve your life. I don't know about you. I am an avid reader, and when I say reader, I listen mostly to audiobooks, but I'm mostly reading nonfiction, right? Because I like to learn. I like to know more. I like to know what I don't know. I do think that there's so much possibility in this world, and I like to see what's new. And it's just something that is in my mind to have this growth mindset, right? So if you are someone who identifies with the idea of having a growth mindset, then that's one of the reasons why you may find a lot of value inside of the mastermind. If you're someone that has a vision for your life that you're working to achieve, or you have a strong feeling that you are meant for more and maybe you just haven't figured it out yet, that's another reason why you want to join the mastermind, right? Number one, this is an accountability group that's going to help you. It's going to provide you strategies and resources and ongoing support to help you live your best life, create what it is, your vision for the future. And it's also meant for people who don't really know what they want, but they know they want more. I have resources as well for people in that stage as well. Right? So you may love, this is another thing that may resonate with you. You may love to read and research, but perhaps you don't always have the time to do a lot of that on your own. And having ready-made content and trainings and resources will help you develop faster without doing the time-consuming legwork for yourself. I don't know about you, right? But it does take a lot of time and effort for me to be reading all the books that I read, doing all the research, putting things together, like trying out strategies and, testing them with the people in my mastermind, right? So having someone who's already doing a lot of that work for you and just saying, here, try this, right? It takes a lot of work off of your plate, right? Because it's something that someone else has already kind of gone through. And like I said, if you're already attracted to me, if you already get value from what I do, you're only going to continue to get more value when you join the mastermind. And if you feel like you're on this journey alone, if you feel like this personal development journey is kind of a lonely one, right? You don't have other people around you that are on this journey. If you want to find like-minded individuals that'll help you through the journey, right? I totally fully believe that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I already mentioned that earlier. So who you actually surround yourself with matters. If you don't have those sorts of people in your life right now, this is another major reason why you'll want to join the mastermind, because the mastermind is filled with women who are just like you, were attracted to my content, getting value from it, like what I do and what I have to say, like the topics that I share, right? So you guys already have, no matter where you come from in life, you already have a tremendous amount in common with the women that are already inside this group, and they're all committed to their own personal development journey as well. And they're the types of women who like to help other people, who like to give other people a hand up, and like to encourage and motivate people. So that is another really big reason why you would want to join the mastermind. So, excuse me, right now, one of the big reasons you'll want to join the mastermind right now is that right now you can enroll for a full year-long membership at a discounted price. So right now, a full year in the membership is $222, right? So that is the lowest price I offer this membership for on an annual basis. And again, this is an offer that is expiring today. So it's very shortly going to expire. And on top of that offer of that discount, you also get the 2022 master plan system. So you get my entire 22 master planner as a bonus. It's your annual pay in full bonus is the master plan system, my actual planner that I just launched last week. So this is an absolute prime time to purchase because you're getting really what will be the best deal on this mastermind that I've ever offered, right? And I don't like to give you guys too many previews of things that are coming down the road, but I will say that with what's happening with the mastermind and how much more time and effort I'm spending into it, which is what I want, that's my plan, is to put a lot more of my time and effort into creating resources so there's something always going on for you guys in the mastermind. With that shift and those upgrades I'm doing, with that is going to come an increase in the price. Now, anyone who's already locked into their membership is already locked into a membership price. But if you're thinking, well, I love this idea, but I don't know if I should start right now or if I should wait until the end of the year, something like that, and start at a fresh year, I totally understand that feeling. But I'm telling you that this offer is not going to be there at the end of the year, and the price of the membership to join as a new member may be increased, okay? So I don't like to say anything specifically about what's happening because I do change my mind on specifics sometimes, but I will say this is the lowest price. This is the best offer. If I'm someone who is curious about the mastermind, this would be the offer I would say to jump on now, okay? So how to check out, right? So I have a link in the description that'll take you to a sales page where you're going to see some of the information we covered today, plus a lot more, right? I kind of just kept this to some new information, but there's going to be a lot more information on the sales page. On that page, you can hit any Enroll Now button, and you'll be able to view the listing to add the course. Listing for the mastermind in my shop. You'll see the actual listing that I just showed you a few slides back. You can add that to your cart, and then you can check out from my shop with PayPal or a credit card via Stripe. There is the sale price on the mastermind is automatically applied, so there's no need to enter a coupon code. You're going to see that 222 price, and you're going to be able to check out with that. There's nothing you have to do except to add it to your cart and check out. Then after the payment is processed, you'll be redirected back to the shop, where you should see on the page a link for downloading your welcome letter and the planner files. So if you miss the redirect back to the shop, don't worry, you'll also be emailed or what looks like a receipt or an invoice for your purchase, and inside the body of that email are links. It's going to have like a download column, and you're going to be able to have links to download the welcome letter and everything you may have missed on the shop. The welcome letter PDF includes a link to register for the course website. The course website is separate from the shop's website, and that's where all of the classes and the resources and materials are held, and where you can get the link to the Slack community. And if you have any issues for this process, you can always email me via alexis@strangecharm.com. And you guys know I'm very good at getting back to you guys as soon as possible. And I am going to be staying close to my email this weekend just to make sure that I get everybody onboarded and into the group who takes advantage of the price, right? So I'm telling you, you're going to love planning for a balanced life again, right? Don't delay. Enroll now in the Productivity Mastermind via the link in the description. Remember, this is the last day for that special offer price. So thank you guys for this. Now we will open Q&A. And actually, I don't think I have a Q&A. We'll just leave this up on screen. But if you guys would like to ask me any business related questions, need any like sort of coaching, mindset work, etc., go ahead and leave me a comment, and I would be happy to sit around for a little bit and give you guys some feedback. Awesome. So Allie said, you convinced me. I just joined, not for the annual because the dollar limit where she lives, but still 1 month at a time. So there is an option to pay more to do a month to month, but that's not on sale. So if you want to join, absolutely, you can join any way that makes sense to you. But I do want to highlight the annual price is on discount, and you get the 2022 Master Plan System as a pay in full bonus. Awesome. So welcome, Allie. I can't wait to see you. Samantha said, I'm going to go enroll. I feel like I was put here today for a reason. I can't wait to get started with this investment in myself and my business. That is so amazing, Samantha. As we kind of already said earlier, I do believe that you were brought to me for a reason. And if you resonate with what I'm saying, if you like my style, you're just going to get more of this on a deeper level inside of the mastermind. So I cannot wait to get started with you inside of the group. And I can't wait to see you on Saturday. Remember, Saturday is our next masterclass. So if you want to come to the live, we do those on Zoom, and I do record them, and the replays get uploaded like immediately. I'm very good about getting them up the same day. So yes, next Saturday is our next class, and it's on breaking through our limiting beliefs, which I think is a great topic to be talking about in August as we're kind of getting ready to start Q4. It can be a very busy time, a very overwhelming time, but also, especially if you're a business owner, it's a very lucrative time. So it's very important to have your mind in the right place, that you've overcome the limiting beliefs, right? We're never going to get rid of all of our limiting beliefs overnight, but I love the content that I have for you guys. I think you're really going to like it on Saturday's class. I think it's going to be very actionable, very helpful. I have some really great journaling inserts that are for you guys for the class. So especially if you love my printables and things like that, I create a lot of dedicated resources that I just share with this mastermind. Sometimes I make things available outside in my shop, but most of the things I make for the mastermind are just for mastermind members. So there's a lot of exclusives that you get for being a mastermind member. And I think maybe one day, I think I really need to do this. I probably need to go ahead and do like a video where I show you guys all of the things that are inside of the resource library, like thus far, so you can understand like how much I create and give you guys. I've been told in the past that the free inserts that I give alone cover the cost of the membership. The inserts and the workbooks that I give you guys are valuable enough on a monthly basis. Like think of it like a monthly planner subscription for printables, right? Which you guys know I love printables because you print them on demand. You don't have to wait for anything to come. Like you can use them right now as much as you need. So I've had amazing feedback on the inserts. So thank you and welcome, Samantha. I'm so excited. Allie says, I love the meditation we did before planning. Is that something you would recommend doing every time? It did allow me to align with my goals. I do think it's very important. So like, I don't want to get like too spiritual or anything like that with you guys, because I know if I take a specific avenue with it, I don't want to turn anyone off. I was raised Catholic, right? So the idea of like praying before you do anything is definitely something that I'm familiar with. And I do consider praying or meditating before you do something important like planning very, very important, because it's going to help you to align with your higher self. It's going to help you align with, if you believe in a concept of God and that God helps you to create better plans, absolutely you're going to get that. On a very, if you want to be very like secular, very worldly and scientific, you could say that meditation helps to clear the blocks. It relaxes you so that you're able to access more information in your working memory. So there's a lot of ways that we can interpret why you're successful if you meditate or pray before you plan or before you do anything. But yes, I do think that it's very important to do some sort of meditation before you plan. And if you like my meditations, Allie, I didn't mention this, but I have a couple of meditations that I made just for members of the Mastermind. So there are some resources in the Mastermind that are every once in a while I do like a guided meditation. I have a rampage in there, a morning rampage that a lot of people find very helpful. And these are things that even I go back to and listen to when I need them as well. So I do like to create dedicated meditations for you guys as well. And like I said, in the workbooks, you get affirmations, you get journaling prompts, right? And they're all unique things that I add to. Every month I create something new for you guys based on what we're, working on in the masterclass. So yes, I'm so excited for you, Allie. Oh, she says the first live class is on her birthday. Happy birthday. I told you the universe is really guiding me here again, right? So like, I know some people like hear that and they roll their eyes, but you cannot, argue with this, right? Like when people are like, oh, I was just thinking about this today and you just said it, right? I do believe to some extent in how the law of attraction works and how we manifest our experience and how we are guided to things that we need. So if you're here today and you're not yet a member of my mastermind, come on over. Like I said, this is the best deal. This is the offer that I would recommend getting onto if you are not yet a member, right? So, it's one of those things where it's like, I got to figure out new ways to sweeten the deal if I'm going to raise the price in the future. But I will say that if money is the most important motivating factor to why you either will or will not join the mastermind, this is the best deal you are going to get on it. Because as time goes by and I invest more of myself into this class. If you guys are familiar, when I started this class, the mastermind in October of last year, there was one call. It's only one call, not two, right? We didn't have a business group, right? Where I just started that up. I wasn't doing the accountability on a daily basis. I was doing it on a weekly basis. So there's a lot more content now that goes into it. There's been a lot of upgrades, right? So yeah, as I continue to reinvest into this group, my own time and energy, obviously that's going to be reflected in the cost to, be part of this experience. And I definitely would say that everyone in the mastermind, I've had a lot of people who've been with me from the beginning who've stuck with me, which I really think is a testament to the value that you're getting inside of the experience. So awesome, you guys. Okay. Cheryl says she's a member, but she's been having issues. So do me a favor, Cheryl, and send me an email and we'll go ahead and check out what's going on. Maybe you have an email. If your email is not right, maybe that's why you haven't been hearing from me. But absolutely. And if you ever have any issues, you guys, send me an email and I will get back to you. And I do the best customer service I possibly can. Okay, so you guys, we're like almost an hour and a half in. I promised myself I wouldn't go too long. It is a Saturday. It is the summer. I know people have things they want to do, hopping and bebopping around. Thank you guys so much for coming. And thank you so much if you've watched this far in the replay. I really do appreciate it. And I would love to know what you guys thought of today's Power Hour, what you got out of it. So please make sure to stay in touch. Go ahead and follow me here on YouTube if you're not yet subscribed. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'm like afraid to actually say that because right now we're at 13 thumbs up and 13 is like my favorite number because it's my birthday date. But yes, more thumbs up is always great. Make sure you subscribe. Thumbs up. Feel free to share the video. Follow me on Instagram for more of the behind the scenes of my productivity, life, and business. And I sincerely hope to see you guys inside of the mastermind very soon, okay? Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys. Oh, let me go back to full face. I hate doing this when I'm like this. There we go. I like to say goodbye, full face. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to check out and enroll in the mastermind while it is on a special discounted price. I cannot wait to see you guys inside, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.